More damning evidence of how Elaine couldn't stand Rudy and Madison together on set has now emerged. But what's the most insane is that Elaine got pretty romantic and cozy with Drew Starkey too, and the double standard is alarming as we spill more of this messy drama. Rudy Pankow is an actor, which obviously means he will always get romantic roles. But for some reason, his girlfriend Elaine detests that he got super comfortable and passionate with Madison Bailey on the set of Outer Banks. While filming their first kiss scene as JJ and Kiara on the show, Elaine got angry and made a huge scene on set, and it got so bad that the only way they could film the scene was to take Elaine off set. And it gets hilarious as we dig deep into how Elaine has also been cuddled up with another cast member on set who isn't Rudy. What makes this more messy is that Rudy acts with Madison, which is a make-believe, but Elaine has little to no reason to be cuddled up and romantic with Drew. And you get to wonder why it was okay for her but not for Rudy as we pull up all the evidence of the shit show behind the scenes. Firstly, let's talk about how Elaine's insecurity didn't start because of the characters JJ and Kiara, but because of the actors themselves, Rudy and Madison, who had a great time on and off the set.
There she is!
It's me.
You glowing, or is that just the sun? Ha! Nailed it. Sorry.
I want to play JJ's character so bad.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
And their chemistry wasn't just passionate, but very real, because you won't believe they also used to call each other romantic names that friends don't just throw around.
Congo, get your hand off the microphone.
I always do that, don't I? Alright.
It's okay, baby.
Even when they both have nothing to say to each other, these two used to enjoy just playing around and muttering funny words at themselves.
Play a game of question. You're so crazy.
You're so crazy.
You're so crazy.
Rudy, you're so crazy.
You're so crazy. You're so crazy.
Rudy, you're so crazy.
No, you're so crazy.
No.
In that particular live video call, Chase Stokes was with Rudy.
I spoke Chase.
But they ended up excluding Chase to have some fantastic moments with themselves, which only got even better. But that will definitely not prepare you for the intense moments you will see shortly between Elaine and Drew Starkey. Before Elaine started dating Rudy, every cast member was aware of the fantastic chemistry between Madison and Rudy, which led to a great friendship, as they called each other frequently on the phone without any logical reason.
Who would you call when you need a laugh?
Interestingly, most amazing relationships have never needed a reason to do anything except they just find it easy to do. With Rudy and Madison, they were each other's fun partners before the chaos. Rudy and Madison couldn't hide their stunning chemistry even while attending official interviews, as they couldn't help but showcase their love for each other.
Well, apparently we don't know what's in Maddie Bailey's purse.
It's good though.
Feeding and playing with each other while other cast members were also present showed this pair were just in their own little world before it all fell apart. However, before the sad moments that ruined this great friendship, there were many fascinating ones, which we will keep exploring before landing on how Elaine tried so hard to hide her passionate moments with Drew. As we mentioned earlier, Rudy and Madison couldn't keep their goofiness in check, even on their press rounds to promote the show, when their friendship was still the best thing ever happening to them.
You're not gonna be able to do it if you're giggling the entire time.
Sorry.
Whoa.
The pair were so comfortable with each other that they sat close in every interview and always made sure they referred to themselves.
We have the only person who can properly defend us.
That smile on Madison's face explains just how much joy their friendship brought to them and the whole cast, which is such a pity now that this same relationship has made everything bitter on set. Even Madeline Klein and Chase Stokes, who were dating at this time, weren't displaying affection publicly like Rudy and Madison did at every opportunity they got. And when they weren't physically in the same space, they couldn't stop talking about each other, as Madison made known here.
Give us more Giara pics. Okay, I'll go on my archives. I have more pictures with Rudy than literally anybody. Rudy's always down to take a selfie.
it's such a big deal to say that she had more pictures with Rudy than anybody else, and also go ahead and reveal that's because Rudy is always down to take photos with her. And that gets so sad realizing the significant decline in this relationship that made it impossible for them to even act with each other on set or be in the same space. The thing about the chaos on the set of Outer Banks is that it wasn't easy to hide, unlike how Elaine has hidden so many things and gotten away with them, which we will unravel soon. For Rudy and Madison, people saw the shift in their energy after Elaine got into the picture, starting from when they couldn't even sit together in interviews or commercials like they used to.
I remember on set kind of be like, that's it? Like, that's all we got? I remember getting emotional when I was on set watching them because it was like, oh, that would suck.
I think on the other hand, you don't really look at the gold and say like, oh, that's it. In my mind, I think I look at it and you're like, it was never anything.
At this point, they were already having issues, which is evident in how they sat apart, disagreed with each other's statements, and the cold energy from the cast members sitting who knew what was happening behind the scenes. And the shift in their friendship didn't change gradually because it was very instant, judging from the exciting footage we've seen. Suddenly, Madison could now easily disagree and lose patience with Rudy. They wouldn't even look at each other, even though a few years ago, Madison found every mistake Rudy made cute.
Hold on.
You did it again.
I'm not good at this. Hold on. Alright, hold on, everybody.
What are you figuring? What's going on?
I'm choosing a question.
While filming season 4, it has also been alleged that Rudy tried his best to avoid being with Madison when they weren't filming together. Some behind-the-scenes footage of them has also proven this, as Rudy stylishly walks off as Madison walks towards where he is standing. In many of their recent interviews, it's also apparent that Rudy tried so hard not to look at Madison, which shows us that he wasn't avoiding her because of the fans, but for Elaine, who was watching his actions closely. Even after JJ is executed in the show, which means the end of Rudy Pankow in Outer Banks, Madison breaks down in her farewell message to Rudy, who is still very indifferent and trying not to show any emotions.
We all read the character on the page and we know what you brought to it. And you turned it out and really made something of it and paid respect to the depth of the character while bringing a lightheartedness that the show desperately needed.
Rudy's efforts in his character, JJ, and his friendship with Madison have been alleged to have ended because of Elaine's jealousy, who can be seen looking cozy with Drew. Although Madison and Rudy were also really close off the set of OBX, Elaine, who had absolutely no reason to be all over Drew, also enjoyed flirting with Drew and was clingy to him despite Rudy standing very close by. Elaine's body language and attention to Drew showed how much she loved being carefree and doing whatever she wanted, even if it was with her boyfriend's colleague. However, she restricted Rudy from doing the same to the point where he had to lose his job. And even in this picture with Rudy standing in the frame, Elaine and Drew were closer and cozier with no worries about whether Rudy was okay with that, but apparently Rudy doesn't mind, which is disappointing because Elaine wouldn't accept the same treatment she dishes out. It gets even crazier because Madison is in a relationship with Mariah and Elaine doesn't trust Rudy with her. But when it comes to Drew, who's single and very attractive, Elaine has no issue right there. And that makes you wonder what exactly it is about Madison that Elaine is so insecure about, as many anonymous sources from the OBX set have claimed. However, speaking about Elaine's clinginess to Drew, many of those romantic images and footage are from Elaine's music video. Although Rudy is also a part of the video, it gets interesting when people see Drew as her lover in her music video while her boyfriend takes the backseat. Many artists have made romantic music videos in the past, but the performance in this particular one was significantly extra, with Elaine being all over Drew. Since Elaine was furious about Rudy and Madison being too close, why direct her music video to create further division between herself and Rudy by choosing Drew to be her romantic partner? It's so chaotic because Elaine didn't even know the cast before meeting them all on set and falling for Rudy. And of course, Drew was only doing his job, but the video concept is so wild that the three of them went pants down in the bedroom as Rudy and Drew's character kept fighting over Elaine. It might be a creative decision not to have Rudy, her boyfriend in real life, play the role in this music video, but there seems to be no point in putting him in the same video and having him take a backseat. You might wonder why this video of Elaine being all over Drew is a big deal to the fans, and that's because Rudy and Madison's characters dating in OBX, a much more important production than the music video, was not an acceptable option for Elaine. It also doesn't help that Elaine is very insecure about Madison, who has a girlfriend, because that could create problems not just in her relationship with Rudy, but also in Madison's relationship. And the conversation concerning the romantic display between Elaine and Drew would have been different if Drew Starkey had a jealous lover on the OBX set too.